Hi everyone, praise the Lord. My name is Pastor King and welcome to Gospel Media Academy. Welcome to our third week of our trainings, and today we are majorly going to be looking at Canva. Yes, by now I'm sure that you have gone through the different Canva videos that we shared with you, and you have a picture of what to expect from the Canva class. Well, before we proceed any further, please make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. Check the subscribe button. If it's not saying subscribe, then subscribe. And then like the video, and then indicate in the live chat your name and where you are attending the class from. And in case you're from a church, a ministry, please indicate it in the live chat. Yes, and I believe that you are ready to get started. If you have your mobile phone by now, I expect that you should have installed the Canva app on your phone. And if you have a computer, I believe by now you should have signed up. But still, I'm going to just take us through the basics, just more of highlights of the things that I expect you to have already looked into from the different videos that I shared with us on the page previously. Yes, so as I said, we're going to majorly look at Canva, but before even we get into what Canva is, how Canva functions, I want us to look at branding when we talk about branding, because somehow branding and what we are going to be learning in Canva are some things that we have to keep in mind, or we have to be looking into together. So first of all, I want us to look at the importance of branding for Christians, why branding is very key, and then what is branding. So even before we look at what branding is very key, I want us to understand branding basics, the basics in branding. So what is branding? So what is branding? When you hear branding, I want you to feel free to put your comments in the comment section or in the live chat of what you understand by branding. When you hear branding, what runs to your mind, and I'll also share with you my definition. So to me, branding is the process. So my definition, branding is the process of creating and maintaining a unique image, reputation, and identity for a product, service, or organization. I'm going to repeat. Branding is the process of creating and maintaining a unique image, reputation, and identity for a product, service, or organization, and it involves creating a consistent visual and verbal identity that resonates with your target audience and sets you apart from your competitors. So your brand can set you apart from your competitors. Your brand must resonate with your target audience. That's why in the previous class, we answered the question of who is your target audience? What are you offering them? What are the issues, their challenges, their needs, and what are you offering them? So I believe by now you already know who your target audience is, what their needs are, and what you are offering them, and you are able to answer why you are doing what you are doing. So as you've heard the definition of branding, what are the key elements of branding to us? First of all, if we are to answer the question of why branding, or what is the benefit of branding specifically for Christians, one, branding helps us to establish a personal brand, because I believe that the things you're going to design, you find that you'll be posting them on your social media platforms or even on your website, or you'll be using them as YouTube thumbnails. So you'll find that your branding or branding helps you as a Christian to establish a personal brand. So for you to build your personal brand, this branding will help you. And then secondly, it helps to promote your ministry. So if you want to promote, let me say Zoe Kingdom Ministries, you have a logo, which is an element under branding. So you find that your logo can as well speak for you. Let us use an example of Coca-Cola. The Coca-Cola logo speaks for it. Like it speaks for it. It promotes itself. The Cafe Javas logo, the Apple logo, when you look at them, actually, I was checking a friend's tab, and I was asking her, which tab is this, because we wanted to find out, is it an Apple? We just had to look for the logo, the Apple logo. So imagine just with the Apple logo, that is enough to tell someone that that's an Apple phone or that's an Apple iPad. Like, that is an Apple product. Yeah, so your logo can promote your ministry. So if you have a logo, it can promote your ministry. Yeah, so your branding can help to promote your ministry, and then also it can help you to create a cohesive visual identity. When I see the graphics or the designs of Worship Harvest, there's no way I can fail to say this is Worship Harvest. When I look at the designs of Make Jesus Famous, there's no way I can fail to know this is it. So you find that even when you look at the designs of Love World, the designs you look at and you just know this should be this ministry or this, because they have established themselves, and so they have a cohesive identity. So your branding will help you to establish a personal brand. It will help to promote your ministry, and it will help to create our cohesive visual identity. So now back to understanding branding. Already we have defined what branding is, and I want us now to look at the key elements of branding. Number one is logo. You need to have a logo. So a logo is more like a visual representation of your brand's identity. It communicates who your brand is, yeah? And it can be either a symbol, a word mark, or a combination mark. So you may have a mark with words. Now, like when you look at the logo of Zoe Kingdom, it is both a symbol and it has a word mark. It's a combination. Then when you look at Fanero is not a symbol, it's a word mark. And then when you look at Apple is a symbol. So you find that your logo is a visual representation of your brand's identity. And then number two, the second key element is the color scheme. So a color scheme is more of a palette of colors that are used consistently across all your branding materials. So whether you're branding t-shirts, you're branding flyers, banners, booklets, you're branding capes, teardrops, pull-up banners, signposts, billboards, magazines, whatever you are doing, you find that your color scheme or the colors in your color scheme will be used consistently across all. That means you have to define what your colors are. Then number 3 is typography. Now, typography majorly refers to the fonts and the font styles that are used in your branding materials. I'm sure when you look at certain designs for some ministries, especially those that are very, very, very consistent in their branding, or they are very serious with their branding, when you look at their fonts, there is consistency in the fonts. When you check their flyers, their social media designs, it's the same thing. When you check out maybe on their YouTube thumbnails, the same thing. When you check out on their website, the same thing. So your font or your typography has to be consistent across all your branding materials. So that is key element number 3, typography. Key element number 4 is the tone of voice. So when we talk about tone of voice, this majorly refers to the language and the tone you use in your branding materials. And this includes the website content, the social media content, the posts, the advertising. So that are the tone of voice. Maybe just to explain further on tone of voice, because I know someone may be asking, what do you mean by tone of voice? Can you give an example of tone of voice? Tone of voice majorly refers to the personality, attitude, and language that is used in your communications, whether it's in written or spoken content. Yeah, and it's also how you sound to your audience, and it can greatly impact how they perceive and engage with your content. For example, we have the formal tone. So formal tone is majorly used in professional settings, and I'll give an example. For example, when you see welcome to our company's website. We are pleased to provide you with information about our services. Welcome to our company website. We are pleased to, or welcome to our church's website. We are pleased to inform you about our services and our programs. That is more like professional tone. And then we have the conversational tone. So conversational tone is used in casual settings. And conversational tone is friendly, approachable, and relaxed. For example, hey there, nice to see you. I think I like that one. Me as me. Yeah. So, hey there, thanks for checking in. Thanks for checking out our blog. We're excited to share with you some tips and insights with you. So, the conversational tone is more like friendly, relational, it's approachable, it's relaxed. And then we have the humorous tone or humorous. Yeah, humorous. So the humorous tone is used to entertain or engage, and the humorous tone is more light-hearted and playful. For example, our tutorial may cause excessive laughter and learning. For example, warning, our tutorial may cause excessive laughter and learning. So like you're telling someone what to expect. Then the empathetic tone is used to show understanding and compassion. Empathetic tone is caring and supportive. An example can be, we are sorry to hear you're experiencing issues with our product. Let's work together to find a solution. Yeah, I see Bluehost uses that kind of tone, empathetic tone. So the question is, these are just some of the examples of the tones. I just wanted to explain the aspect of tone. So which tone works for you, or what is your tone? And why tone of voice matters? One, it helps build trust. A consistent tone of voice can help build trust with your audience, and also a consistent tone of voice or your tone helps create brand identity. That's why I said it's a key element or branding element, and also helps to engage your audience. Yeah, so back to our key elements. I've tried to explain that tone of voice. So back to our key elements. Element number 5, and which is the last, is brand personality. So brand personality majorly refers to the human-like qualities that are associated with your brand, such as friendly, professional, or humorous. So like our brand as a ministry is spiritual, elegant, excellent, So what are the personality, like the human-like qualities of your brand? So you have to have a brand personality. So what's the importance of branding? Number 1, branding helps with differentiation. Branding helps you differentiate yourself from your competitors and establish a unique identity. It helps differentiate you, like if people are buying computers, definitely Apple has a strong brand, of mobile phones. You can differentiate Apple with HP, So it helps differentiate you from other competitors, and it also establishes your unique identity. And then number 2, for recognition. Consistent branding helps build recognition and establishes trust with your target audience. So when people see, they can easily know, this, just like I gave an example of Apple still. Then loyalty, a strong one of the importance of branding is loyalty. Strong branding can lead to customer loyalty and advocacy. So if I bought an Apple phone, let's say I bought an iPhone and I used it for 2 years, I had no issues, like everything was working out well, the phone wasn't freezing, battery issues, no, everything was perfect. If someone is to ask me, I may easily tell them, come on, if I'm to go to the market and I want to buy a phone, an Apple phone, I will check the fact that Apple has a brand. I will check it out, or I'll check those phones and confirm with the brand. So I will know that, this this is Apple, yeah, you can buy that. But if someone is to get, or someone wants a phone and I've referred them to Apple, and then they get this phone, and this phone maybe doesn't have the Apple brand, and and I know that Apple has been doing well because, I know the brand that I'm using. When you don't know the brand you're using, it becomes hard to even refer others or to explain it. That's why when your brand has built a strong, it has helped, if your brand is really strong, it helps for customer loyalty and advocacy. So people can advocate for you. I can refer others for the Apple phones because I know they've worked and I trust them. The number 4 is credibility. A well-established brand can increase credibility and trust with your target audience. Yes, so if you have established yourself well, you increase your credibility. People will easily trust you. Your audience will easily trust you because, you've been consistent and you've built your credibility. So those are some of the importances of branding. And then the benefits of strong branding. Number 1 is increased brand awareness. When your branding is strong, or your strong branding can increase your brand awareness and recognition. Number 1 is increased brand awareness. Strong branding can increase brand awareness and recognition. Number 2 is improved customer loyalty. Increased customer loyalty. Strong branding can lead to customer loyalty and advocacy. Remember, we have already talked about the importance. So when you continue that and make it even stronger, like you really make your brand strong, it means you're going to increase in your awareness. There will be increased customer loyalty, there will be increased credibility, and even the competition, you'll be advantaged with your competitors. You will stand out. Remember, the goal is for you to stand out and not to blend in. Then how then can you develop a strong brand? Number 1, define your brand identity. Determine your brand's mission, the vision, and values. What is your brand's mission? What's your brand's vision? And then what are your values? Is your value corporate, excellent, professionalism, so you find that even your values will determine your tone of voice. Then number 2, conduct a market research. Research your target audience and competitors to understand their needs and preferences. I talked about this in the storytelling class. Who is your target audience? What are they? What are their challenges, and what are you offering them? And then number 3, create a brand strategy. Develop a brand strategy that outlines your brand's goals, objectives, and tactics. Then number 4, develop a visual identity. Create a visual identity that includes a logo, a color scheme, typography, and the other branding elements. Then number 5, remember, consistency is key. Consistency is key to building a strong brand. Ensure that all branding materials are consistent and aligned with your brand's identity. Most times when you talk about consistency, people first think about consistency in posting, but it's not about the posting. It's about how consistent are you in your fonts, in your logo use. How consistent are you in your products? If everything, let me say for example, you find that if I have a mug and it's branded with my logo, I have books that are branded with my logo, my t-shirts are branded with my logo, there's a way it creates a strong, your existence feels, there's some strength it creates, yeah? So it's important for you to be consistent in all your materials. If you're looking at your social media platforms, now like if let's say you are a company, you'll find that on your social media platforms, you have your logo there, maybe as the profile pic, and then you find if you have producing t-shirts, you have your logo there. If you're having a website, your logo will be there, then the right font type will be there, your designs will have the right font type. So across your blog will have, everything will really have, there'll be consistency in all that. So that is basically what I wanted to share with us about branding. Now, diving into Canva. What is Canva? First of all, Canva is a popular graphics design platform that allows users, and I'm going to be just opening right there. Okay, so when we talk about Canva, what is Canva? So I'm going to be just taking us through as I show us what is happening on my end. So Canva is a popular graphic design platform that allows users to create a wide range of visual content. So maybe before I get into those content, I'm going to first jump and show you how to get started with Canva, so that as I'm explaining, you're able to see what I am explaining. So here we are, assuming you don't have an account on Canva, you are meeting Canva for the first time and you're just getting started with it, and you need to sign up. So when you go to your search and type in Canva, you come to sign up. When you come to sign up, they will ask you whether you want to sign up with Google or with Facebook, or you want to continue with email or another way. So I'm going to say sign up with work email. And then I'm going to include my email there. So I'm going to put my email so that, so my email is kingave.bookings@gmail.com. Okay, so after you've put in your email, they'll ask you for the name. So let us say King, then say continue, then they will send you a code, and then you check your email for the code. When you check your email for the code, you fix in the code, and once you're fixed in the code, you are in. Okay, so here we are. What will you be using Canva for? So there is small business, teacher, student, non-profit, and charity. I would love to really check all these out. Let us try teacher. So that must be fun. What type of school do you teach at? We can give you the best Canva experience based on where you teach: primary, secondary school, higher education. So I do higher education. So you see, this is where so someone may say, okay, how do I go back and all that? So I just want to take us through the different things that are there, the different things to expect. Remember, I've said that I'm going to use my Canva for that. So, but I really don't want Canva for teacher. I want Canva to use Canva for, I want us to use Canva. So I've gone to settings. Under settings, you see they will even ask you for your profile pic if you want to work on your profile. That one you can easily do it. So what will you be using Canva for? So I'm going to switch. I think you can see all these: student, small business, student, large company, non-profit, personal. So let us say that I want to use it for personal. Let me select personal. Okay, so that is saved. So I'm going to go back to my home right here. So on home, this is how Canva is looking. What should we create next? So Canva is ready for me to create or to do something to get started with work. So we have signed up for an account on Canva. If you're having a mobile phone, you just have to install the Canva app on your phone and then sign up. Either you're signing up with an email, but email is easier for me, which I would recommend. So you sign up with your email, then you have to choose, let's say, for example, you want to design. And so I've already explained what Canva is and the different visual content. So we have social media, graphics. Now, like when you look at this, there is sheet, there is doc, whiteboard. So all these ones are like create. So if we say social media, So these are examples of social media kinds of design. I think you can see under social media, that's where you'll find Instagram design templates. Yeah, I think you can see these are more for Instagram. Then there is Facebook. When you come to Facebook, you can see them here, and then you come to LinkedIn, so these are the ones for LinkedIn. So you see, not like this. I like this. Let me first save this. Okay, so I think you can see. Now, something you need to take note of is that these designs here, you see this, you see this here, you see this icon. You may not easily edit them because they're not for free. So the ones which don't have anything, now like this, you cannot easily edit it. Let me give you an example. For example, when I tap on it, they will tell you, try Canva Themes for free. Here is what you get with Canva Themes: premium content, a strong brand across designs, time-saving tools for it. Try it for 30 days and blah, blah. So here, you either try or you have to pay. So I'm really not going to go into that. So I've talked about the social media designs, then we have presentations. Now here is if you want to create something new, but we are looking at templates. So when you come here on templates, just on your left side here, there is home, projects, then templates. So on templates, I can come here and say I'm looking for presentations under search, yeah? So I come search for presentations, and then they will show me the different. Then I have to choose. I think you can see this is paid $. Then there is premium. This is premium template. So the ones which don't have anything are the ones which you can use. So you see. So let me tap like on this one here. When I tap on it, you can see the how the template looks like. So if I don't like it, I go back and get another one. So these are for presentations, like really presentation. So if you don't want to go through all the heartache of designing the presentation from scratch, you can just come to Canva and look for a template, and then you customize it. You just customize the information. I think you can see. So you can even be specific. Let me say, for example, I say I want a social media presentation. Social media presentation. Enter. I think you can see now, like there is this, but this one is premium. So I can tap on this, and I think you can see social media marketing introduction. I think you can see, right? You see how nice and interesting this is. You see. So these are the presentations, and then let's say, for example, what you want is not basically presentation. You want to do something else. You can look at the infographics. So let us put in infographics. So infographics, these are majorly templates. Like when you want to design your class notes or just show someone steps. Let me use this. If I tap on it, I think you can see how it is like, right? This is a business card. Tips to start your business. Tip 1, tip 2, tip 3. You see? These ones work a lot on Pinterest. I know. Yeah, for those who are on Pinterest, you'll find many of these on Pinterest. So this is how the infographics look like. And then we have logos. I know I've talked about logos, so let me so whatever you want to just type here. So when you type in here, they will show you different logos. I think you can see this is paid, this is. So now you see this is a combination of both symbol and mark, the kind of logos we were talking about, the different logos. Yeah. So I hope this is clear enough. So here someone can choose to get something and come up with a logo. So all these are logos. I think I used this for Gospel Media Academy. If those of you who have been keen on the Gospel Media Academy logo, I used this basically. Yeah, so you can choose what works for you. Yeah. So these are logos. Then the other thing I would love to show us. So we have posters where you find flyers, brochures, other promotion. Now you can see these are posters. Now like for church, you're at a branch church, you can just pick this, get a nice photo. Actually, I want to challenge someone at the branch church. If you can use this template exactly the way it is and then just put in the service, don't over try to. Sometimes I see post designs and I wonder, where did they get the template from really? So this, there's also these are now for free. There are no, even this is for free. Imagine, these. So a branch can actually have something, these, praise and worship. So these are, or maybe you have a school you want to advertise, there is this, admission open, you just need to get your logo replaced, So these are all templates, there's some nice templates here that you just need to customize to fit in your information or what you majorly want to focus on as your brand, yeah? So we have, these are just posters, but they are also, let's say, for example, brochures. Let me just show you something here. We have brochures. So you can see, this one is paid for. I think this one is for free. So depending on your colors, this is for free. So you can actually change the colors, change the, So this is also a brochure, which is for free. So you can do brochures, you can do posters, flyers. You can do even magazines. Let me show you. Magazine. Think you can see. You can do magazines. You can do a newspaper. See? You can do a CV if you want to work on your resume. Yeah. These, you can work on your CV. There are templates there. So you can work on your CV. You can really work on menu and work on a letterhead. All those graphic materials. Just come type and put, you see? So you put your logo there and then your info details down and you have a letterhead. And you are good to go. So all this can really be helpful, especially in your working on your branding materials. So these are just a few of them. So the other benefit, or what I want to talk about, are the benefits of using Canva. First of all, Canva offers Canva offers several benefits. Yeah, it does really offer several benefits, including ease of use. Canva's drag and drop interface makes it easy for us to use, even for those without extensive design experience. So it might be your first time, you're not acquainted with things of design and all that, and then you can just come and then say, okay, this is what I want. Then you tap on it and you customize it. So there is ease of use, really, as long as you know how to use Canva, even without so much experience. Come here, change the photo. Come here, change the company name. Let us say, for example, this is Gospel Media Academy. You see, can take this up and then I bring this down, then you see. So you can literally just actually make as many adjustments as possible, even without so much practical or experience. As long as now, like every one of you who has attended today's class, you can easily tap these templates and change, edit information and customize it to what you want. Then it also, Canva has a wide range of templates, as you have seen. I've shown us the different templates that are there in Canva. Canva is nice to use when you're using a computer than a mobile phone. With a mobile phone, it may make you feel a bit limited, but with a computer, really, there is a lot you can achieve, a lot that you can do. So I would really recommend that you use Canva on a computer than just your mobile phone. And then the other thing is the customization options. You can easily customize as many templates as possible to fit your personal brand and style. So with this, I can change the colors, I can change the fonts, I can change the information, change the photos to meet or to fit my brand and style. Yeah. And then the other thing about Canva is that it has collaboration features. Remember when we're creating the account where they asked for, you can create teams. I'm just trying to see how to open up, just a moment. Okay, we are here. Okay. So you can basically so when you go to your home, you can basically go to your settings and have so you can have collaboration rights where it's not just only you, but other people can as well use the Canva, or they're in position to do what you can do. Okay. And then also the affordable pricing. Now, like you see, you upgrade your plan. So if you want to maybe pay, have access to the others. For now, so you see, team trial. I really want to. So this one, if I'm to first get free for 1 month, 1 month is $30. But if I'm getting it for free, I'll not pay. But I'll need to put in my information. So yearly here costs $300. So they say next are using credit card. Then you put in those details, your ATM card number, the expiry date, the CVC, and then which country, and then you say get. So when you do that, you indicate your ATM card details. Once that 30 days free is done, you will have to pay, or they will chop money from your account. So that is it basically. Then the features, some of the features of Canva, key things that you need to know. I know these have been shown in the different videos. So first of all, this is home. I'm on my computer. On the left hand side, this is home. So here on home, in case you need anything, you come here in the search to look for whatever you want. So you have to be able to tell, I want birthday designs. You come and put that info there, and then they'll bring you those templates of birthday. Not like I like this, So if you have someone whose birthday is coming on, I've liked this design, I like it. So there are different templates. That's why it's important for you to have a good eye for good things, so that when you choose a template really and people see it, they're not like, what you used Canva, really? How? So it's simple. Even this one, by the way, it's not that bad. Just the red and the blue are too much for me. But I like the concept. So really, there are different things you can really do in Canva, these birthday designs. Yeah, so in one of the videos I gave us, there is a guide on how to design a birthday design from scratch. So I think you can see all these really are concepts that you can take on. So you can easily design these things. So this is search. Whatever you want to design, you can search for it here. So this is home. In case you get lost, you can always come back to home, and then whatever you want to design, you'll get it here. And then here is where your projects are. Any work that you've done, those templates are always there. You can always make adjustments or changes. So you'll always find them here. So whatever I've opened is here. Okay. And then templates. When you come to templates, this is like a library of templates for various designs. Whether it's flyers, brochures, Instagram posts, CVs, logos, posters, video, docs, whatever it is. So the templates are all in here under templates, And in templates, you'll find both design templates, then you also find photos. Canva has photos because now sometimes people don't have photos to use, so they use the available free Canva photos. But there are also photos which are for sale, in that you have to pay money for you to get that photo to be able to use. So there are photos, and there are also graphic elements or materials that you can use. You see these graphical things, shapes, those icons, the cartoons, the animations, you find them there. And then we have still under templates, these are creators, people who are creating actually these templates in Canva. And you can follow them and see their work, because now these ones, they are using Canva to create the templates, and then they sell them off. Now this is Canva Creative Studio, So here you find majorly the creatives or the people who are creating stuff on Canva, and you can check them out, see what they have, see what they are doing, just check out their stuff, and you can follow through. But there are also lessons. Now like Canva Creatives, they have lessons, and these are for buying. So if you want to attend these, you have to put in money and buy. And this one, they tell us about them, be inspired by the freshest, trendiest templates, courtesy of the Canva Creative Studio team. So this is the Canva Creative Studio team. So now I think you can see these are the different things that are in the templates. Then we have brand. When you come to brand, now this one, you have to have a premium, subscribe to the premium. You can have brand kits, easily set up, manage and grow your brand with all your ingredients, assets, controls and workflows in one place. Replace logos and images across existing designs in just a few clicks. Find all your brand assets and templates from the editor. So you can find your things there. Now like this is for brand kit, because in the brand kit you need to have a logo. So they give you an option of uploading your logo, then selecting your colors, then selecting your fonts. Which font do you use for title, which font do you use for subtitle, for heading, subheading, for section head, all those, yeah. Then what is your brand voice? Remember I talked about these things. And then the photos that you're going to be using, your graphics, the icons. So at the end of the day, once you're fed in all that data, they can easily create for you stuff. So under the brand kit, you need to have logos. Now, our assignment is going to be, I expect you to have already picked a picture or some of the things that we have in the different videos on Canva, how to use Canva. So the first thing you're going to do is to come up with a logo. Then you have to decide the colors, yeah. Then you have to choose your fonts, choose your brand voice. Those are major things I want actually. The logo, the colors, the fonts, and the brand voice. So I hope that each one of us will be able to do that and submit. Then we have Canva AI. In case you want to just do something, you tell AI, design for me a quote. For me, a quote about branding. Okay, so I've pressed enter. I've told Canva AI. You know, nowadays almost every platform they have that AI feature. So let us see what Canva AI can do. So this is the quote Canva AI has designed for me. Can you imagine? So I've told Canva to design for me, and they have designed for me this AI. This is AI. There is also this. So they've given me like 3-4 options. Branding is your business identity, raise trust. I think you can see, you know. Okay, then we have apps. Now these are other applications that you can link to your Canva, or that you can work together with your Canva. Yeah, so here I'll not so much go into this, but I think you can see these are AI generated Canva applications that you can work with, or you can link to your Canva. So back to home, and back to our projects. Back to home and back to our projects. So back to home and back to home, yeah. So So I just want to show us, when you are in a project or you're designing something, what can you basically do? So let us say I am going to, let me use this. Or let us use a logo. Let us use an example of a logo, since we said your assignment is to come and design a logo. So I'm going to come here and type logo, and then say enter. So let us say I want to do a logo for my YouTube channel called Wisdom with Pastor King. I'm doing a rebrand. So if I'm to look through what would work best for me, let's say this. Let me try this out. And then you click customize. So when it opens, there are things I just want to show you. Now you see on this left hand side there is the design, then there are the elements. Now elements can be like, especially if you're designing things from scratch, shapes. Yeah, I think you can see we have shapes, triangles, rectangles, and all that. These are shapes, lines. And then we have graphics. These are now other graphical materials you can use. Some are for free: stickers, flowers, these avatars. So these are graphics. Then there are stickers here, things that one would love to stick in. I think you can see now, like these, And then we have photos, as I told you earlier. These are things that maybe you would want to use inside. So we have photos. On photos, you can find even their backgrounds. If you want to change the background, black background and all that. So there is really, really a lot, yeah. Then there are videos. So there are some short videos, majorly in seconds, that one may want to use Canva to do some of their short form videos, which is very possible. And then, of course, there are also audios here. You can generate sound. So just know that Canva is quite rich. You want to use charts, bar graphs on your designs. All these are here. There are polls and quizzes. There are sheets. There are tables. There are frames for photos. There are mock-ups. Now, like where I did this, the lady in a branded t-shirt, I used this for mock-up. and even for the you know. So all these things are really here, so there is a lot that you can use. So here on my logo, I want to use, let's see, WK, but I feel this is not coming out. Just leave it at that. PK, and I say wisdom, with post. Okay, see, can change the color of this by tapping on it. Depending, also come here, say no, I want to change, change. So so all this you can literally put it to fit what you really want, you know. If you don't like it, you change it, you put it the way you want it to be. I think you can see. So really, you can do as much as possible. You can change the font. As I don't want that, I want this. Another one may say, no, I don't want green. Can we change? So all these things, you can literally change them to what works for you, what you would love, what would meet your desired really desired. So another may say, come on, let us work with that. So all this really comes back to you as a person. What do you see? What do you want? So I think you can see. So I may say, I want my logo to be like this, and that is it. Another may say, can't this just be white? You get it, yeah? Then once you're done, just come to download. Tap download, make sure that whatever is selected is free, because some of this is not. Say okay, and then it will download. So that is it basically with that. So I am going to so back to so with all that shared, all that said and done, there is a lot more that I would want to. So with all that done, shared and done, there is a lot more that I would love to really talk to you guys about. But for now, I would love to end there. So our assignment number 1 is for you to So our assignment number 1, as I said, is for you to come up with a logo. You have to come up with a logo. You have to define your colors. You have to define the font, the typography, what your fonts are going to be, at least 2 fonts. And you'll have to define your voice, your tone of voice. And in that, you'll have to design a logo. That's why if you've not gone through the other classes that I shared, you may not know how to use Canva in depth. So with all this, I expect you to define your brand and then design your logo. Otherwise, once again, if you've not subscribed to the channel, please make sure that you subscribe, like the video, and make sure you submit the assignments in the Google Classroom. Otherwise, have a beautiful week. See you next week. Shalom. Shalom.